Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome our bridegroom? I give you Josh!
Thank you. I have, don't worry. Friends and family, there comes a time in everyone's lives when you meet that special person that changes everything. The first connection with someone whose unequivocal beauty shows no limitations, whose humour and intelligence unparalleled, and who's kind and caring and generous as anyone could ask for. Now that moment happened 3 years ago when Katie first met me, and she knew that although there was plenty more fish in the sea, there was only one catch of the day. Thank you. Look, everyone, on behalf of myself and my new wife, Katie, I just want to thank all of you so much for being here today. It really is an honour so many of you could be here. I have to say, first of all, happy birthday to my aunt. And I also... Hold on. And I want to say a massive thank you to both mine and Katie's friends who have travelled all the way from Boston to be here today. We massively appreciate it. So, thank you so much, guys. Now, you know what? There's probably a number of you here today, perhaps family members, friends, relatives, those perhaps meeting either myself or Katie for the first time. So I thought a good way to start my speech would be to give you a quick rundown of how we ended up in this position we're in today at our wedding. And we first met in 2014, and at the time, and very much still today, the big thing was online dating. So for those of you who don't know what that is, essentially what you do is you upload your details to a database, and you can search through thousands of people looking for your perfect partners. You can look for someone with blonde hair, brown hair, blue eyes, green eyes, freckles, more freckles. It's very much like a takeaway service for women, and trust me, like a pizza, if you are any good at it, you can have them at your door within 30 minutes. I wasn't that good, but we matched online and we went on a few dates. And it got to January, and Katie said, "You know what, Josh, it'd be really lovely if for my birthday you came and met my parents." Now, I did what any good boyfriend at the time would do, and I blank-right refused. I said, "Katie, don't worry, let's get married, have a couple of kids, then I'll meet your parents." But she told me, she said, "Josh, you're being silly." So on January the 15th, went out for a lovely Chinese meal in Edgware. Now, meeting people's parents is always quite daunting. It's always quite daunting meeting new people, and I wasn't sure what they were going to think of me. And it wasn't just her parents, it was her sister and her brother-in-law as well. And from what I'd heard about them, maybe they were expecting an accountant or a lawyer. Maybe someone actively involved in the Jewish community or regular synagogue going out. You know what? I'm not a professional, okay? I'm not a professional. My Saturday mornings are normally spent down the gym, okay? I wasn't sure what they were going to think, but anyway, I turned up, okay? It was very lovely. I said hi to her dad, Philip, her mum, Shelley. I said hi to her sister, Nicole, and her brother-in-law, Mark. And then all eyes were on me, okay? And I thought, shit, okay? I had to impress them. I really had to impress them. All I could manage was, "Hi, my name's Josh. I work for a puzzle company, and I once bought a copy of the JC. But you know what? They were very lovely. They continued to invite me out and continued to invite me round. And then in the summer of 2015, Katie and me decided we're going to go on our first summer holiday together. And Katie wanted to go to the Spanish resort of Alicante, and I thought, oh, exotic. So off we went now. Okay, first holiday, it was our first time we were away together for kind of a week and a half. I want all of you to picture the scene, okay? 27 degrees, Spanish resort. I come down from the room first day, 27 degrees, swimming shorts on, sunglasses on, quite frankly, looking bloody cool. And then I see Katie, okay? In the shade. Parasol up, towel over her head, so much suntan lotion, the kids were hysterical because they thought Casper was in town. And I thought, what on earth have I let myself in for? But I didn't let that put me off, okay? And then in 2016, we moved in together. And then earlier this year, we decided to get engaged. And if planning a wedding with only 9 months ago isn't difficult enough. We decided a few months ago that we were going to purchase a property with a completion date of only last Thursday. But thankful and lucky to say the property has all gone through. We are now very happy homeowners. And when we get back from our honeymoon, we have got tons and tons of moving and unpacking and everything like that to do. That's not part of the speech, by the way. That's a hint. If anyone's free, we could really do with a help. You know what, I have to say a few thank yous first of all. Let me say a massive, massive thank you to James for organising my stag do in Bulgaria. It was a delightful few days away. Despite Ryanair cancelling our return flights, thank you so much. Thank you to Rich and Rory for your very, very funny speech. So I really love how Rory managed to add that joke about the suit in. It only happened a few... Absolutely true, okay? He came to my hotel room looking like Elmer, okay? It was multicoloured. It was ridiculous. And massive, massive thank you to Mark for walking me down the aisle and holding the rings. And again, thank you to Madge and Dave for everything you guys done today. I really, really appreciate it. Now, to Katie's parents, Shelley and Philip. From the moment I first met them, they have been the nicest people to me, okay? Inviting me around for dinner on every possible occasion, taking me out for dinner, taking me to comedy shows. They are so, so lovely. Every time I go around, they are super, super hospitable. They come around, they are so nice to say, Josh, treat the place like it's your own. So I did, and I took out a second mortgage on it, because we're obviously looking to move out. But you know what, they're very, very lovely. No matter what day of the week you go around, you will always be treated to a 3-course meal. And from the moment we first got engaged, they have been calling venues and bands and caterers, and thank you so much. Evidently, it's all come together tonight. I'm sure everyone will agree has been fantastic so far. It's only the beginning of it. So thank you for what you guys done, and hopefully me and Katie can go some way towards repaying you in the future. Now, I want to say a big... I want to say a big, big thank you. I don't know if they're still here, to Libby and Leo for walking down the aisle earlier. Still here, guys. Did a fantastic job. I also want to say a massive, massive thank you to both my grandma Sheila and Katie's grandma Pam for signing the wedding certificates earlier. So obviously the legal documentation which states we are now officially married and what's mine is hers. So let's hope that doesn't go missing on the way home. Now to my parents, Neil and Lorraine. Okay? Now, listen, we first met in the mid-80s, and at the time, we didn't always see eye to eye, okay? They wanted me to go to bed, I refused. They wanted to eat my vegetables, I didn't want to. It was fair to say I wasn't the easiest of children growing up. I was quite poorly behaved, okay? I never went to school religiously, I didn't do much religiously. I wasn't a perfect son. In fact, things got so bad that when I was 9 years old, my parents ran away from home. But since then, I have grown up a bit, I have matured, and at the age of 27, I finally moved out, and Lorraine was delighted, because she said she's never seen so little washing. But nowadays, I still do go around on a semi-regular basis, mainly to take food from their fridge that I can't be bothered by myself, and to get them to store things that I don't want cluttering up my own flat. And they say to me, Josh, you know what, you're in your 30s, okay? You're about to get married, you need to be more self-sufficient. And I will say the same thing to them as I do every single time. I will say, listen, parents, it was your decision to have me. You deal with the consequences. Okay? Seriously, there were plenty of films on in October 1985, but you decided to have me, so deal with it. But like Philip and Shelley, they've both been extremely helpful in organising day. Lorraine's come with to every possible meeting she could, from the venues, the caterers, to the synagogue. And I'm sure Neil made great progress with the couples and the bands, the venues and everything like that, from the service line of the tennis court. So thank you for what you guys have done today. Now, one more person. There's one more person left to talk about, and that is myself. No. You know what, Katie? As a boyfriend, over the last 3 years, I would like to think that I can be described as satisfactory to exceeds expectations. I don't know if you agree. Yeah, you know what? I take her out for drinks, I take her out for meals, I take her on surprise romantic holidays away. And you know what? I said to her, what nice things do you do for me? And she said, Josh, I don't need to buy you things. I don't need to take you out. I don't need to treat you to anything, because I let you cuddle me in bed. Okay? I'm not quite sure that's the same, okay? But, I've known she's wanted to get married for a very long time. She's made no secret of it. She's brought it up a number of times throughout our relationship, and our parents have wanted to get married for a very long time, which is why I thought it was odd that when I did eventually ask her to marry me, she just looked at me blankly, okay? I thought she was unsure. She didn't say a word. But it was all right. It turns out she was just counting the number of vegetarian menus needed. You know what, Katie? She's a fantastic teacher. And because of her determination and success, she's going to see an amazing future as a teacher. And no one will ever say Katie blends into the background. She works extremely hard to get what she wants, and despite our differences in a number of topics, the one thing we both have in common is our determination to see past them and focus on the positives, which is what's led us to this point today. And they say you shouldn't marry someone you can live with, but someone you can't live without. And given that I haven't learned how to use central heating yet, I guess I am stuck with her. Well, at least until we get a new thermostat anyway. You know what, Katie, I'm sure everyone in here will agree, but you look absolutely sensational today. I'm sure everyone will agree, absolutely sensational. Sensational. I know how much work has gone into the hair and makeup and nails and dress, and I'm assuming now that we are married, you will be continuing that on a daily basis. I'm assuming so. You know what, Kate, she's not the funniest person in the world, okay? You will not hear Katie make a complex political joke, but you will never see someone in fits of laughter like Katie when she hides my pillow from me 2 minutes before we try to go to bed. She tries desperately hard to make me a better person, okay? And I'm going to say this once, I'm going to say it on camera, okay? Listen, even I'm not perfect, okay? She tries to make me a better person. She's currently trying to teach me the process of cleaning up before the cleaner comes. It's not something I really get my head around. I don't go into a restaurant and fillet my own chicken before I eat it. I don't know why I'm doing the prep work for the cleaner, but apparently it's a done thing. But she's trying desperately hard, so thank you so much for that. And standing here on December the 17th, you can argue that Shelley and Philip have just given me the greatest present of all time. And there's no need to worry about the gift receipt. And I'm pretty sure they stated no returns anyway. I'm so excited to see what the next 20, 30, 40 years has in store for us. We're on the start of an amazing journey, Katie Miller. And without a doubt, I can't think of anyone better to start this with than the best moments. 100% yes to come. So before I let you guys go, I just want to thank all of you so much for being here today. It really is an honor for all of you, in fact, for me and Katie, for all of you to come. Okay, I massively, massively appreciate it. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Eat, drink, dance, have the most amazing night. But before I let you guys go, I would like everyone in here to raise their glasses in a toast to the lady who has been the bridesmaid, but now officially the bride. Everyone upstanding. The brand new Mrs. Katie Miller.
Ladies and gentlemen, our bridegroom, Josh.